And really, when it comes to microlearning, I find these to be some of the most important design considerations. And first and foremost, that we have to be aligned with the desired organizational results. That starts with that conversation we're having with our stakeholders, and what is it that you need people to be able to do to get your desired results. That's where we start. We plant that stake in the ground, and everything else we do in our design and development effort aligns with driving those organizational results. The next critical design characteristic is that microlearning is based on a single, clear, performance-based objective, or that we're focusing on an enabling knowledge objective that ultimately leads to the application of that knowledge and performance. So, but the key thing here is that we're focused. We're on a single, clear objective. And that they are short. You know, it's the intention is that this is different than other forms of learning we might put together. It's intentionally short and focused, and that it's tied into that overall learning and performance strategy that I mentioned earlier. It's something that's thoughtful. You know, here's our macro plan. I plan to have an array of experiences that I am going to provide and support, and here is how this particular micro-learning resource or asset fits into that overall strategy. And that really just helps us from putting out the disparate objects that are already, you know, part of a flooded market in terms of our learners are concerned. There's so much out there that we really need to make sure that our micro-learning is focused and tied to that overall strategy. Micro-learning can also be set up to be delivered in terms of a push, you know, where it's part of a concerted effort, a campaign, an initiative, something that, you know, we're pushing out to people, or that it's set up as a pull, something that's just in time, and that the individual is actually getting that micro-learning when they need it, where they need it, just in time. It's also important from a design standpoint that the micro-learning has inherent value. It's clear to the learner. They get it. They understand why they're getting this resource or solution, and that the what's in it for me is very apparent. It also should be very realistic and relevant, and I think this is critical to tying it to that value, is that it's important to me, it's important to my performance and my job, and that it's very realistic and relevant to me. You're not, you know, wasting my time. You're actually giving me something that is going to help me be successful in my responsibilities. Microlearning should be creative, intriguing, and inspirational. I think these are design parameters we should have for all of our, you know, learning solutions, but, you know, microlearning in particular, since they're intended to be short and punchy, you know, have a strong impact, they've got to be creative. We've got to build in that intrigue. Ooh, what's this? You know, show me more. I really like this. It's valuable. And it should be inspirational, something that I can be inspired by and then go apply on my job. And that the microlearning is appropriate to the objective, so that if the objective involves physical activity, you know, something where you're going to complete log into a system, you know, where you're physically doing that, or other physical types of things, then video makes sense, because that allows us to show that type of motion that's critical to that objective. We could also use an animated sequence of static images as well, not necessarily just video, but based on the objective, we're thinking about the motion, we're thinking about what's involved, how people are actually performing, and that's what we want to make sure our micro-learning is very appropriate to it. And that microlearning solutions should be easily accessible from all types of devices, and it should be available without a lot of effort. I should not have to search and search to find the microlearning solution, but rather I should be able to get to it quickly, and that it's available 24/7, 365, so that I can take advantage of it when needed.